one Bronco team is making a name for themselves on campus and across the nation. Boise State's men's rugby, which started as a fledgling club sport on the verge of not competing, has pushed through adversity to find itself as one of the best in the nation, being consistently ranked in this season's polls. Under the leadership of captain and president Kyle Curry, they are looking to have their best season yet. We sat down with Kyle and teammate and treasurer Ryan Vogler to get an inside look at one of the best up-and-coming teams on campus and on the challenges that they have overcome.
Kyle Curry, and this is my 4th year here at Boise State. Boise State gave me that opportunity to play competitive rugby at the Division I level, but also have the flexibility to still experience college itself. So as president, I have a lot of duties on my plate. One thing I mainly do is I do a lot of the recruiting aspect. I do all the social media, branding, and marketing. I have my hand in fundraising as well. Every game we have I scheduled, and I do all the travel, budgeting, and planning. So I was on the team before the pandemic hit, and it actually greatly impacted our team. We couldn't have formal practices on campus and such. It wasn't until the spring semester we were able to have practices, but at that point it was too late to have a game, so we basically just had a few informal practices. It did affect morale because when you have all these people, for instance, I've been recruiting for 2 years now, showing up, they can't play rugby. It's not like we can get the team together, do team bonding events because of COVID regulations, so it definitely hurt morale. I've basically been spending the past 2 years digging our club out of a hole. Since we were unable to fundraise and stuff, our club was actually in the negative. So we were $3,000 in the negative going into this season. So I've been spending the past 2 years before this fall season just fundraising. The pandemic definitely played a huge role. We definitely lost some players because of it. But if anything, when we showed up here, first day of school, the morale was at an all-time high. I mean, when you go 2 years without doing what you love, you're kind of itching to go back.
I played my freshman year before COVID really started. We were supposed to have one game in the spring and ended up just not panning out. We didn't have guys, the team canceled on us, and it just was a rough situation. Now we have a full season, we know our games, when we're going to play. I've seen a huge increase in motivation in my teammates, and everyone's actually trying to start at these games and trying to put in the most effort I've seen from this team this far. Our freshmen are really good this year. Our returners that are juniors, seniors, sophomores are all pretty talented rugby players. And I think if there's a team that's going to win regionals or even win nationals this year, it's this team. They're really talented. We have depth at every single position we have.
The most rewarding thing about this team is definitely just the group of guys that I hang out with. It's definitely the camaraderie that comes with the sport. There's an unspoken bond that's said on and off the field that just brings us together.
Boise State begins postseason play for its fall team in November with hopes to not only make it to the national tournament, but to win it, making a statement not just for the club, but for the school as well.